It is a building of the ages. It is one of the true architectural treasures of this state, not just this city. It is a building that inspires faith.
The second lesson today is from John's prologue, the first 14 verses of the Gospel of John.
It's a building that's a musical center. It is a building that creates inspiration for generations. It will for future generations. Some of the key things I think that would be most noticeable in the sanctuary, without trying to give an exhaustive list, would be renovation work on the chandeliers. We have 12 magnificent chandeliers. There needs to be electrical work done. Right now, if you plugged in light bulbs into every one of the chandeliers, about half of them still wouldn't go on because the electrical work is not up to date.
Sure.
So they're going to be totally renovated from an electrical standpoint. We're going to change what type of bulbs are used so that there will be much more long-lasting, more energy-efficient bulbs. The light that we will see from the chandeliers, it's anticipated by the experts who've talked about it to be considerably greater and increase the magnificence of the inside of the building. In addition to that, we're going to have to take up all the pews because we're going to take out the flooring that's there. We will replace it with flooring that's similar in style and texture and material. We're not intending to change the look at all. But that's one of the places where removal of that flooring and the mastic that's used to adhere that flooring will assist with hazardous material abatement in the building. Once the pews are being taken out, it's an opportunity to examine them pretty carefully. Most of our pews are in very good shape. Some of them might need some refinishing and reworking. So one of the things when you have this opportunity, when you have to take them out anyway in order to do the other work, is to go ahead and take a look at doing some refinishing, refurbishing, including cushions. That will be looked at carefully, and we will not do things we don't need to do, but we will do things that make sense to do. The marble floor will be retained in its present character, will not be changed or removed. It will not be touched as part of this renovation. We're also looking at doing some things to increase the sound effectiveness within the sanctuary, and including also our technical abilities to assist our members of our congregation who have difficulty hearing. We hear pretty constant feedback from those folks that there are improvements that could be made that will enhance their worship experience. They have a wonderful visual experience, but of course a true worship experience, you have to have the auditory component as well, and we need to work on that. We also want to paint the entirety of the sanctuary. The sanctuary, our fire protection plan is slightly different than the other parts of the church. In all the other parts of the church, what we intend to do is put in sprinkler system approach for fire suppression. In the sanctuary, for a number of reasons that are technical in nature, and I would not be the best person to explain, the net result of it is that a sprinkler system would not be as effective or as appropriate for usage in the sanctuary. But they're very sophisticated fire detection systems that we do not have in the sanctuary presently that would be fully appropriate for use in that building. And that's the way we will go to try to make sure that we have the type of fire detection protection in that building that we want to have. When we talked to our contractors, what would it cost to replace this building? And they chuckled and they mused and they said basically that it would be a complete wild guess. But they started thinking in terms of $30,000 a square foot plus, keeping in mind the height of this structure, and then said, and what we could provide today would not be of the same quality of what you have, because we just don't think we could find the craftsmen to do some of the quality work that's demonstrated in that sanctuary. It is a place where one feels the Spirit of God. There's a sense of reverence about that building, and we're very fortunate to have it.